Hi guys, you are listening to the Cat with Strength podcast. If you enjoy this show, don't forget to give it a share. Right, we are joined today, guys. Episode, I think we're over 30 now, and I don't actually know exactly what we're on, but we've got the one and only Daniel Thomason, rugby player, farmer.
Yeah.
Croeso Dan.
Trying to win. Diolch yn fawr.
How was the drive down?
Interesting. I'm in this part of the world. Well, I haven't been down this road very often, but eye-opener. I was running a bit late, so it was a bit of a rally drive as well. So
how can you live in Carmarthen and never come down this way? It's 40 minutes.
Yeah, well, no reason to for it, unless my car's getting serviced down the road, but that was a couple of miles back, so, interesting basically.
Thanks for making the trip down, I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Week off.
Yeah, so 3 weeks done, 3.5 weeks done, so then we get a week off, relax and just enjoy myself, and then back into it again then.
Class.
But it's obviously in just as early this year again, even though the Lions tour is on. I think the game's on now as well, I think. But it's nice to get back into routine. You obviously get 5-6 weeks off, but in the end you do want to get back into routine and get the schedule back going again.
What do you now?
31 at the moment. So yeah, so
you've had a few pre-seasons into your belt.
Yeah, so probably number 14, 15 maybe.
That's a lot today.
Yeah, so never getting easier. I probably enjoy it more now, if I'm honest, because doing hard work, but like playing in pre-season is mostly conditioning games and a bit of fun with your mates, and so it's tough at the moment. But in the next block, I think we can go back into more contact conditioning, which is obviously more
gum shields in.
Yeah, exactly, and you never want to see them, but it has to be done. But I enjoyed the last block. Very good.
Brilliant. How do you structure your pre-season? Like, do you test at the start and then retest at the end?
In fairness, when I was at Bristol, we would always test day one back. And obviously, never nice. We do a Bronco test, and obviously Jim's doing 1RMs and stuff like that. But then Cardiff, in fairness, which we quite enjoyed, we get 3-4 weeks of just conditioning games and run-ins, and then we'll do a Bronco again on the 4th week or this coming Monday. So
I don't just have like a gentleman's agreement with testing pre-season, like the first testing block you do, especially in the Bronco, you just give yourself 30 seconds of
you'd like to think that,
leave some in the tank.
I think personally, because running is the only thing I'm good at, because gym has never been my forte, so I think I have to actually try quite hard in the Bronco. It keeps everything away, but in fairness, I quite enjoy Cardiff when they give us a couple of weeks first before going into it, and we only test once as well.
Yeah.
With other clubs, you seem to attend a test to start pre-season at the end, so doing it once is quite nice.
Any monsters in the gym and on the Bronco test with you there? What's the best Bronco time you've seen?
I've seen
any monsters in the
Piers
gym?
O'Connor, I think he got the high 20s, which is very good. 4 minutes and 20 odd seconds. That's very good. Gym-wise, Cardiff. There's obviously monsters in the gym. You obviously got strong boys. Game Hibber Webb is very strong.
Dimitri still there? No, he's gone.
Nah, he's at Dragons now.
Yeah,
and then obviously Max Leaf is obviously a bit like Tarzan, so he's obviously very strong in the gym.
I was meant to bring him up later.
Yeah, so he's obviously strong in the gym, and obviously in fairness, you Ed Holmes, obviously very special human being off the field, but and in the gym, I've never seen a guy sit down, bolt upright lace, and just pick up 40 kilo dumbbells, I guess, and just put them on his knees and shoulder press on. I was like, okay. And then in fairness, he's ragged on me a couple of times nights out, so I can't say too much. But you always get, every team's got some mute into the gym. Yeah. Bronco times, I think Piers is up there. Ellis Bevan at Cardiff's very good at it, but in fairness, he trains pretty hard. He looks in good shape, so yeah, he's one of the best. And you got Callum Sheedy then struggles and trots to the end with me.
Who's the worst? Who's the worst? Worst bloke Bronco I think you've ever seen.
Honestly, Joe Batley, I think it's like 4 or 5 years ago now. I don't know why we had a Bronco at the end of the season, and then first obviously Bronco is 5 reps, 20 back, 40 back, 60 back, and he went hell for leather for the first 2 reps, literally like flying. I was like, this be a hell of a time. Honestly, I've never seen someone blow up. I think he got over 6 minutes in the end as well. So it was quite funny because I've never seen that tactic before. And obviously, he's about 120 kilo plus bloke, so him doing that to the start is quite impressive. But he crashed quick, and I'm pretty sure he was one of the slowest there. Then obviously props and stuff, but that was the funniest story I've seen anyway.
Yeah, I can imagine like loads of boys getting to the end of their career, and they've played well like throughout their career, and like, they probably can't be asked to like have the
Yeah, so there's a couple of old heads at Bristol. Mr. Lua, I don't think he's ever done a Broncos just being there. I think something's sore with him every time. Magnus Bradbury, he always tears something just before pre-season. So
classic.
Yeah, so in fairness, them boys are in good shape, so I can't complain. But
Yeah.
and they play week in week out when the season comes, so that's what matters the most. So.
Yeah, no, exactly. I like being good in the gym. Obviously, does help. But there's boys out there who like I can imagine who aren't that good in the gym at all, and they can probably the best players you played with.
Yeah,
obviously, professional level is different with you, but it's.
That's why I found start early on my career, like you could get away with not being that strong in the gym, but the rugby talent takes over. But we live now, like even me personally, I feel as if I have to try more in the gym because you get like boys now just like 80, 90 kilos and they're actually ripping you around the place. So and you got backs that can run over you now as well. So I think gym is getting stronger than gym is getting more important now. I think because obviously having like natural rugby talent and skill is good, but being strong in the gym is quite crucial now as well. I have to give him a word because you got Jake Woolmore. He's about 34 now. I've known him for years, but then doesn't look the most in shape person. But when it comes to running and gym and stuff, he's one of the strongest and one of the fittest guys I know for a prop as well.
Class.
And I'm pretty sure he was, and like not just as quick as me in the Bronco as well. And he's probably he's probably got 20 kilos heavier than me, but he just works hard and then. He'll tell you himself. He's got a little trot to hands as well. So he's not designed to catch a ball, but he works hard.
As long as he's scrum edge.
Yeah, exactly. The prawn.
You've had a hell of a career up until now. 144 caps with Bristol, 18 tries.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
With Cardiff, how many games have you played with Cardiff now?
I think on 13, 14. I think I scored 2 tries, maybe 1 or 2, maybe one, maybe one. I won start of the season. I think I got 2 actually. I won against Zebra and one against Glasgow. So so far so good.
And you won a European trophy against Toulon.
Yeah, so obviously during the back end of COVID, so we were out in France and there was obviously, well, we weren't have a crowd, but they had sent out a couple of thousand people there with drums and stuff, which is, in fact, we appreciate that because it was better than nothing. It's quite sad really because we went to play in Marseille and obviously we got moved to like a different stadium and it wasn't obviously probably wasn't quarter as big, but it was obviously a big occasion to win the Challenge Cup against Toulon as well. It was good. And in fairness, we were missing 3 or 4 of our best players as well, so to do it like that in that way was pretty good. And obviously, in fairness, we had a decent night in the hotel and we afterwards as well. Class. So can't complain.
Class. And then Premiership semi-final.
Yeah, so I was meant to start. Got pulled out again, dead legging on a Thursday before before the game, thinking, I missed the semis and hopefully make the final because we were flying that year. And then, the comeback story from Gwyn's just absolutely ruined that party for us. But it is what it is.
Promotion from the Championship as well is another big one. Yeah,
so obviously again, I did my ACL that game. We got promoted, but
it's bittersweet then.
Yeah, but the champion, in fairness, the characters we had off the field and the games we had. In fact, when you played Bristol and the champion, we found wherever you played, they played their cup final every week against you. In fact, coming to Ashton Gate and playing there, they'd play their best rugby. So every game was tough and physical. I remember playing Leeds Carnegie at home. It was honestly one of the most physical games I've ever played in, and it was like getting bullied basically, but we managed to win. But that champion, like, I learned a lot now, just from like dark arts and. That's just how physical it can be, and then because obviously when I Gloucester and played 3 years, but it was mainly playing for Harpy and Nat 1 and 2, and then didn't play much rugby for actual Gloucester. So coming to the champ for Bristol is probably the best thing that happened to me for a while.
Would you say that's where you learned a lot of?
Yeah, just in the champ you do a lot of like big men and just awkward more than anything. So you have to learn how to like adapt your game to like how to tackle and like clean out and stuff like that because. They'd get away with anything as well because there's no TMO or anything, so they could get away with a lot of stuff. So I learned a lot of that.
Class. Looking back, where would you say that you've enjoyed the most playing?
As in, what do you mean then?
As in from youth up to now, like where?
Oh, Bristol, hands down. It's just I've played with a lot of like big name players, but then you get characters who are just like me, like Joe Joyce, Woolmore. I would say Batley. I can't say Thacker because he's actually a superstar himself, but Ed Holmes and them, it's just like, and I've met friends at Bristol, like I will cherish forever, and I've made memories there I will cherish forever. So Bristol hands down. Obviously, I've enjoyed every club a bit.
Yeah, of course.
Rugby wise and off the field, and obviously with Soph and Madeline, now growing up together with them, and now I've grown up a lot in Bristol, and now it was the best time.
From speaking to you like off the mics just before you come in now, there's a lot of talk about how much you've enjoyed like off the pitch. Who was the star man off the pitch? If you don't know who it is, it's probably you, isn't it?
Well, I do enjoy now like a beverage at the moment, but no, we are in France. We have a little group. We'd always like stay together, and we organise trips to go every year off together. We're all different clubs now, so we are Magnus Bradbury is one of the biggest men I know, but obviously the biggest man-child I know. Ed Holmes, Harry Thacker, Bats, Luatu, Woolmore, Joycey. They're all big characters, and again Pierce. But
that clique you talk about it, a lot of those boys have gone separate ways, haven't they?
Batley went to Worcester and bust, and he came back to Bristol. Joycey's over in Connacht, Pierce and Magnus Edinburgh, Andy Wren's in Treviso. So and then Sheedy's come in Cardiff with us. So that's been a good thing with the URC. I've travelled away last season, and I've all went to them boys on away trips and basically had a night out with them afterwards. So
class.
So it is good. It's I really enjoyed my time in Bristol. Obviously, it was sad when it had finished. It wasn't how I wanted to go, but it is what it is, and I'm enjoying my time in Cardiff, and I made a lot of fun memories already in Cardiff, and the boys there are really good. That
Bristol team you had, like every team sheet they put out was a hell of a team, wasn't it?
Yeah,
some superstars in that team.
Yeah, it was crazy because I was growing up watching some of these players and ended up playing with them. It was quite it was a pinch me moment because obviously Luatu grew up watching him. Grew up watching him. I actually just watched him as I was roughly the same age as him, like playing international rugby. But again, one of the nicest blokes I have, and good friends with him, and my missus and his missus are good friends. So now you're Semi, you can name anyone, but Vui, Alapati, just.
Is there any players in that team that you can say that you learned a lot off playing?
Obviously, George Smith. When he came over, he was like a mentor. Well, not mentor. He was a mentor, but he was still good at what he did as well. But again, for him, he enjoyed his time off the field as well more than anyone. So we hung out, and I was probably 6-7 years older than me. But he'd always come over my house for a drink and stuff after games, and I've appreciated them moments more than anything because on a rugby field, knowing that he'd give his time off for me off the field, and I'd put my body on the line for him on the field. That's the type of mentality I've got towards rugby. So now Luatu, he's just good at everything he do, and like doesn't make any mistakes. He's just like he'll have his standout moments, but he's mostly known for doing all the basics right, and that's got him where he is now, and one of the biggest names in rugby really.
Yeah, he's such a good player, isn't he?
Yeah, just good at everything. Literally, he's good at everything. Obviously, he's a man-mountain of a guy as well. So. But no, it was good. But you can name a lot of people in that team that in fans. You got John O'Fower, who's an absolute about 40-year-old, and I think he played the other day as well in some Class 6 games. So. But I enjoyed my time there.
I can't imagine what it was like holding a pad against Xavier O'Drandra.
In training, it's actually not too bad because he was very chilled in training. Because in fairness, most of the islanders are quite chilled in training. They're in fairness, we used to have like training games against each other, and they would let you pass pretty comfortably, if I'm honest, because they have no time for tackling in training. But when it comes to a game, like they're totally different layers.
You're glad you're on their team, and not
exactly. It's just it was an eye opener really. It was good.
What's obviously you're living back in Carmarthen now, right?
Yeah. Well, Bristol moved out of the house in Bristol last week. Sophie's just bought a house in Men of the Kerrig, so waiting for that to go through and then move in there. But at the moment, back to Mummy and Daddy as a
big transition back to the country.
Yeah. So in fact, as I told you, like I'm back quite often, days off, helping out on the farm as much as I can. So it wasn't really fair on the little one. She would basically sleep in Bristol and wake up in Carmarthen most of the time. So been good to have her back, and obviously in the house in Bristol, location wise very good. No garden or anything, so and the house is pretty small, so to have her able to run out on the farm or in the Kerry would be quite good for her.
Yeah, I can imagine like having a little one 16 months ago.
17, 18 months ago.
How's that like changed your life? Managing your schedule, balance, like.
In fairness, Soph's been very good.
Shout out to Sophie if you're listening. Leave us a review.
Yeah, she's been pretty good, and obviously. My mother, Soph's mother, and Madeline Touchwood, she's very chilled out, so she sleeps all night.
You jinxed it out.
Yeah, she sleeps all night and eats everything, so everyone's pretty happy to have her, and she's happy to go with everyone. So, if we to ask someone or like a member of family to have her for a couple of days, they're more than happy because she'd be like a little best friend running around. And well, now she's getting very busy and opening every cupboard and stuff. Nah, she's good. In fact, my parents, my source parents are very good. So when it comes to like holidays and stuff, they said, "Oh, you can go away and we look after the little one." So that's been a big help for us. But yeah, having a little one, it does. Nights out are obviously tougher the next day. Having a hangover looking after a little one is
that's the worst. It's not even worth going out to do that.
I know, but that's been tough. But now when it comes to like rugby, it hasn't changed much really. She's like, she comes to the games, obviously has no clue what's going on, so she just sits there happy days.
Was that always a goal? Obviously, now that you've got a family, was it always a goal to move back to West Wales?
Back to the farm as soon as rugby's finished, back to the farm.
Planned?
Yeah, that's always been the plan because it's just I really enjoyed having the farm and days off and stuff. I couldn't think of anything better than going off back there to switch off.
Yeah.
Obviously, it'll be tough days, but as you know, everyone's got their tough days, but I really enjoy it.
And you got a dairy farm in Carmarthen, right?
Yeah, it's just dairy farms, milk under 8 cows. It's my dad and my mother home at the moment, and then I help out as much as I can, but I might James and Lewis, obviously my brothers help out as much as they can, but no, it's just the way of life I enjoy it. Obviously, I don't see the stress financially at the moment, but as soon as rugby's over, that's a new learning curve again, but no, it's I really enjoy it.
You got any plans on the farm looking to expand or like?
So basically we have archivario in English? Diversification. So looking to start some like log cabins in the farm.
Class.
It's fancy. We got a decent view of the estuary from one of the fields, a hillside with woodland behind it. So yeah, that'll be quite something me and Sophie like getting into.
Yeah, I've been up there. It's a lovely spot. You got there.
So the view and stuff. So just need everything's super expensive at the moment.
I know.
So that'll be the next financial hit eventually in the years to come. Me and Sophie have spoken about should we start it during my rugby career, but I can't expect my mother to be cleaning the place and changing sheets nearly every other day.
And watching Madeline.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I'll go down that route when I'm back on the farm full time.
Yeah.
That's the plan anyway.
Exciting though.
Yeah, because I've stayed in one Cuckoo's Hideaway in Abereyron. You see that one?
Nah.
It's basically it's just a one-bedded jacuzzi and outside.
Is it a red building?
Yeah, that's what
I see that.
It's like a treehouse type thing. That was a couple of feet off the ground, I really enjoyed it. And it seemed to be busy, so. And with the view we have back in the house, I feel as if and it's easy off the motorway as well, so hopefully that would sell something, so that's the plan, isn't it?
To be fair, I've gone, like it's Katie's birthday next weekend and I haven't planned anything yet, so...
Yeah, so that's a little option, isn't it?
And I was, well, you're not open yet, but I was looking at somewhere like that to stay. Everyone's fully booked.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at Airbnb, I can't get anywhere tidy next weekend. Yeah. Anyway, like I didn't even I just said Ceredigion, Gion, Carmarthenshire, they're both. So.
It's crazy, yeah, because I thought after COVID everything that would get more quiet, but I feel as if it's getting busier and busier.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's just as busy when I start. Nobody might not be dead, but because I had a couple of weddings down in Cornwall last month, and all I stayed was in like log cabins or shepherd's huts. That's what the only options they had left, and they're always available. So, and the prices not cheap anymore, so it depends on what you get. So
yeah, I can imagine like similar to like what we've got with the gym. Yeah. We've got a gym, but it's like a functioning farm as well. So Dad will be moving the sheep or getting the cows in.
Yeah.
People see that and actually enjoy coming to the gym with that around. So if it's someone coming from London or something to stay in a log cabin in Carmarthen, and you're
100%.
passing at 5:30 in the morning, beeping the quad bike, getting the cows in, you probably will.
Yeah, but but they don't mind the smell of muck sometimes. Right? So, exactly. It's just something different as well, because one of the boys in Bristol, Harry, he goes to like different. All around the UK, going for on his VW camping and stuff, and going to like log cabins and stay in the middle of nowhere. So there's a market out there, so hopefully I'll tap into that as well.
Oh, it's cool you've got like a good idea of what you want to do, because I know like I can imagine coming out of like a professional environment where all you've known is rugby, because that's pretty much what you've done really, apart from the farm where you've gone back and forth there.
But I'm very lucky I have the farm as well, because I could be doing rugby, and this time last year, I didn't even sign for Cardiff yet, and I didn't have a club, so I was really up shit's creek basically. So
if you didn't have the farm, what do you reckon you'd be end up doing? It's a good question for you.
I literally have no idea. I've never actually thought about it. I enjoyed what did I enjoy in school? I enjoyed sports in school, but I probably wouldn't never go into coaching or anything like that. I think I have the patience for coaching. So I quite like engineering in school, but again, I never actually went deep into it, because I left school when I was 16 and then joined rugby then. So it makes me realise how lucky I am to have the farm basically. So no, I'm not sure what I do. I've probably drive tractors for Tristan next door. Like. No, I've never actually thought about what I actually would do, but luckily rugby's done right for me. So
yeah.
But we'll see.
What would you say? Obviously, you're the oldest player in the Cardiff team, are you?
Wow,
That's mad, that is, because you're not that old.
I don't think I'm 5th oldest now. I think so.
God.
Ray Lilo's retired, so that was a big one. Josh McNally, me. I could be 2nd or 3rd oldest. Made me think now.
Which is mad, because you're not that old at all.
No.
It's just a very young side you got.
Exactly, yes. I think, most Welsh teams now quite young as well. So.
What would you say motivates you now compared to 10 years ago?
Obviously, having a daughter is a big eye opener, because obviously want to play in front of her more than anything. But I've obviously been in Bristol, but still want to play for Wales. That's one big thing motivated I as well. And obviously been playing for Cardiff now more in the Welsh eye was obviously more could be closer, but that's still a big motivator for me. And I still feel as if I can do it.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's it. Remember, daughter, keep Mrs. happy.
Challenging yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Happy wife, happy life.
family, anything, because obviously they enjoy coming and watching rugby and watch me play rugby. So if I play for Wales one day, I think that'll be a big thing for them as well. So
yeah,
that's the dream, anyway. So hopefully, keep tugging along.
What's like a normal week in the off week look like for you now? A normal day in the off week.
Off week. This morning, got up with the little one. She slept last night she got up once, but then fell asleep at that time. I got her bottle now, and then happens now and again, so I can't complain. Woke her up, went out to milk, moved to the cows.
Radio 1 in the parlour or no radio?
Radio 2.
Ah, classic.
My father's option, so he's a big Radio 2 man, and not allowed to touch his radio, so that's the... And then my mother took her in for breakfast, so I moved the cows, and I came here then. So in fairness, the way my dad set up the farm is very efficient, so we can feed and milk at the same time, and by the time I finish milking, he's done all the other work, so we're back in the house by 9:30.
Class.
We probably... we don't get up the earliest, so out milking by around 7. I'm back in the house at 9:30, so we can't complain.
For context, when I was milking, because we started milking about 2 years ago now, a year and a half ago. When I was milking in the morning, I'd start at 5:30, and I'd be in the house about 9:30. But we were only milking 60 cows.
We had so I think we 10, 15 years ago put a new parlour in. We used to have a 6 breast parlour.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do about 3-4 hours in the morning and night. But now, in fairness, my grandfather's 90, still does the calves. Well, I said does the calves. He feeds them as much as he can. I don't know what his eyesight's like these days. My mother does the calves and the cubicles. Dad feeds up everything, cleans the outside, and then I milk. And then Mad Dog's in the pram watching the calves, and it's pretty. When we're all home and everything's humming, it's really good. And we won't have to go out then until 5 o'clock in the night then, and then milk again when we're back in the house before 6:45.
Class. Do you have any relief milkers in the farm?
No, nothing.
Nothing?
Just my dad. Obviously we have some in, say they want to come up and watch rugby, they'll have someone in, but no, it's my dad and my mother really. My mother helps out, she also, my mother's a hairdresser as well. So say she'll work in the morning, she'll go work out cutting hair all day then, and then come back and help out in the night as well.
Would you say it's your mum that's inspired you to have all these funky hairstyles over there?
She's been a big factor in it, but I don't know if she's very impressed when I shave my head off. But
you had some funky hairstyles.
Yeah, I know. So no, shave it off. It's coming. There's nothing worse than it's pre-season, boiling hot, and you're playing with your hair all the time. So I'll shave it off, and it'll grow back. So, and then hopefully Madeline will recognise me with a skinhead, because if I put sunglasses on, she doesn't recognise me. So it'll be interesting.
Did you have braids once?
Yeah, I did. We went to Ibiza with Soph, and
I thought you did.
And I'm pale as anything, so I can't sit on the beach all day, and Soph can. So I was like, I can do something here. So obviously there was like a local from Ibiza doing braids on the side, so I'll do this. Oh, I didn't realise how
Sophie didn't know you were going to do that.
Yeah, I told her in the end. I was like, and in fairness, I admit, I couldn't believe how painful it is. Because it's like constantly pulling on your scalp. So I thought I'll have it in a couple of days, but a couple of hours, and I was like, F this, and pulled it all out. And obviously your hair's like an afro then for a little while. So it wasn't the best look, but no, I had that done. But I did regret it as soon as I did it because I only sat for the gist for ages. So my back was seizing up as well.
You must have had some shit in the rugby tunes after that.
No, they quite laughing. They were laughing. In fact, they know I go through every stage of my hairstyle, so I think we're quite used to something stupid with my hair. Because obviously, I just shaved it off and let it all grow back. So I'm just like a tennis ball for a while, and then it's alright. So it slowly comes back, and then locks it back from
So it's getting shaved off soon, is that?
Yeah. So I told Sophie we got a wedding out in Italy end of next month, the Magnus Bradley's wedding. I told Sophie after that, well, I couldn't go up to him for the wedding with a skinhead because it looked horrendous, so I said, okay, I'll shave it off after the wedding.
They play to missus mine. If I told my missus I was going to shave my head, she'd be fuming.
I think she had much of a choice there. In fact, she gets me now, so it's too late now. She's married and a kid, so can't escape now.
Obviously, part of the English Prem for so many years. You played some tough players against you, like some good teams. What would you say the toughest back rowers you played against?
Physicality wise, Jasper Wiese. Honestly, absolute. I remember played against last year. 2-3 years ago in Leicester. I wasn't meant to play. Came on the bench late in the warm up, and then came on the pitch after 5 minutes. I wasn't even meant to play. And Sheedy was not having a good day at the office when it came to kicking.
Leicester, wasn't it? Yeah, sorry.
And then so every kickoff was as low and probably gave him about 20 metres running into me, and he had a field day me all day. And he was just, he's not the tallest, but he's just dense and built like a fridge, and he runs as if he wants to kill you every time as well. And then the only time I've actually felt as if I've been schooled or like that was embarrassing, I was against Julian Salvi, because I played against him when I was at Gloucester. I came off that because I don't know what it was, but all day he was just on me and just like making my life a pain in the ass, like a hell basically. And then only time I come off, you think, okay, I've been absolutely schooled there. But obviously you got the Curry brothers. They're just built. They're much bigger in real life than they look on the field, because they're physical. They can carry the ball. They can turn the ball over, and they can do everything. And again, they like literally play as if it's the last game, but. No, I've had some interesting encounters over there, but I quite enjoy the challenge as well. Played against when I was at Gloucester, we played a midweek game against the Bavarians, and they had like Sevilla, Backy's Boat, Matfield, Ludwig, all of them playing. So that was more of a pinch me moment, as if like with all these players I've actually grown up watching, and they're playing against me. So Backy's Boat, I think it was his last 2-3 games before he retired. And then I remember one of the rucks, he absolutely ended someone. And the guy, one of our boys on our team, was like, mate, come on, it's a friendly. And he's like, it's not friendly for me. And I was like, oh, okay, so obviously he's out to fucking kill someone. But no, I played some good teams, but in fact, the best thing that I had at Bristol was I had a hell of a back row around me as well.
Yeah.
So that helped me out massively. And then, Lua Tua, Louis, Nathan Hughes, Ben Earl, Nick Haney and all them boys, like when they all them around you, and obviously the mountains themselves, it does make my life much easier. Like, so if I have a back row my size, then we'd have a tough day at the office. But basically, a big brother next to you is good going.
Have you got a standout moment from your time in Bristol?
Negative or positive?
We'll go for a positive first then.
Positive, obviously winning Toulon's class. I think because Lua Tua pulled out as a missus our little one.
Oh, Joe, I remember watching that on telly.
Yeah, Nathan Hughes, someone on this visa. We went off half time. Semi went off injured. Charles was in. Was Charles playing? I don't think Charles playing. I think Max.
I remember watching that game. I don't think he was.
And then so we had a lot of on paper. We were like, okay, our best team is in here. So
the commentary made a big deal of it as well.
Yeah, and then in fairness, in the end we won quite comfortably. So it was good. Obviously against Sergio Parisa was playing that game, so playing against him as well, pretty cool. But no, that was a game stacked against us. I've had some tough days in the office. So
what's the worst moment then?
One of the worst moments for me personally is I remember.
Jasper Wiese.
No, it was because me getting like bowled over or something. I was just okay, I get used to that. But one most embarrassing one was Louis Rhys when he knocked. So I was going over for the try, and he's obviously caught me up and just knocked the ball out of my hands. And I was like, oh, that was embarrassing. Luckily, we scored like 2 minutes afterwards. But that was a big, okay, I'm not doing that again. Right? But I've had some fun times. I remember playing La Rochelle away, and it was winter with us, but out there it was still 20 plus degrees, and we all turned up, and like I've never been felt so unfit before in my life, and they had Bottig and all them playing, and it was good. And then one memory I do always have is we played La Rochelle at home as well, and that Antonio was 5 meters out running onto the ball.
A prop.
Yeah. And me and Joyce just looked at each other and go, F this. And we were just going to go offside and try and tackle him. And then we failed, and they scored like 2 seconds after us. But I remember that was like one vivid memory I've always had, like, I can't be dealing with him 5 meters out. But nah, a lot of positives, a lot of negatives, but I've enjoyed it. Anyway.
What is one thing that one of the fans might be surprised to learn of you that they don't know about you? Off the pitch.
Yeah, it's social media and everything these days. I'm pretty sure everything is pretty well good. Oh, actually, at the moment I'm going arm wrestling club.
Fuck off.
Yeah, so backstory, Sophie's obviously on leave, the little one. She's back in Carmarthen and I was living up in Bristol. She obviously comes to Bristol when she can, but most of the time with helping out, she was at home. Most nights I was bored stiff, so I was like, I'll do something. And I saw on Facebook some like classic arm wrestling and watched Over the Top. And I joined this arm wrestling club in Bristol, so I turned up. It was like a garden shed, and there was 4 Ukrainian blokes, like, and in fact, they were all legends, and I've been doing that once a week ever since. Now I've joined the club in Carmarthen as well.
There's a club in Carmarthen?
Loads of clubs in Carmarthen. There's one in Whitland, one in
An
Carmarthen.
arm wrestling club in
One
Carmarthen?
in Valley, and yeah.
Shut up.
How was it?
What's it called?
Raw, is it? Raw? R-O-A-R. And then arm wrestling, that's in... basically in Ammanford they do at the moment, but they're opening one in Carmarthen. There's one in Whitland already.
I've seen a few documentaries on like arm wrestling's actually getting bigger now.
I probably started, well, obviously the other one's 18 months now, so yeah, started 18 months ago.
You're actually doing training as well?
Yeah. In fairness, gym-wise, it's been a big motivator for me in the gym, because the stronger my arms are, the more better I am in arm wrestling. So in fairness, Campbell that I see at Cardiff, he's pretty old school, and once I told him I was doing this, he loved it, because he was like, oh, it's class. And like,
they're big boys.
Yeah, well, you obviously have weight categories, but I tell you one thing. So a guy in Bristol, Sasha, his name is, he's about 60 kilos, and he hammers me. I'm 100 kilos, and he hammers me every time. He's at 4 arms like that, and he just absolutely pummels me. But yeah, so weight does matter, but when it came to Sasha, it didn't matter at all, because he hammers everyone. But yeah, so and Cambo's pretty good. So in the gym, I'll do all the basics when it comes to rugby, like squats, bench, and all like cleans and stuff. But when it comes to extras, I'll do like arm wrestling stuff, and he loves it. But yeah,
class.
Mrs. thinks I'm a bit strange for doing it, but
I just imagine though, like your right arm is, or whatever hand you are, is going to be much bigger than the other arm.
no, you have to do both arms.
Yeah.
So you can't. You can't do what? Well, you can, but because I'm new to it, I do both arms. So
yeah.
But I really enjoy it. It's obviously something different as well. Like at the moment. Yeah, it was exactly what I needed this at the moment. No, I really enjoy it.
Oh, I didn't expect that. As a good.
Yeah, I was like, oh, fair. It's just it's been good. I enjoyed it. I went joined the one in Carmarthen a couple of months ago. Well, a couple of weeks ago. But I've been going once when I can, basically.
Class.
Both Sasha and Bristol now. I've been going for a couple of months now, and once a week.
Class.
And he still hammers me, but I really enjoy it.
So he's the one that kind of made you think, oh, I might give this a go.
Yeah, and Devin Leratte, he's the Canadian arm wrestler. He's been around for like 30 years. I watched him on social media and thought it was pretty cool. And so I give it a go. I just give it a go, and then
plus it's a flex as well.
Yeah, I quite enjoy the feeling of obviously I'm against people I don't know, but then they're obviously some of them much bigger than me. But then if I can actually arm wrestle and beat them, I just deep down I can really enjoy the feeling. But I might be quite childish, but I quite enjoy it.
I don't think your dad will take it though. If you like finally retire from rugby and then you decide to go back to the farm and then the arm wrestling career kicks off.
I've already told him like I'm quite into this, and then when I was embarrassed. I don't know. When I first did it, I didn't tell the boys I was going to classes. I was doing stuff in the gym. And they, what the hell are you doing? I was telling them I was doing rehab of my wrists and stuff but it was actually an arm wrestling class. But when I told them, it fucking ripped into me, and I was like, oh, I have to own this.
Yeah.
So to my parents were like, what? But when I went once or twice, then I'm like, okay, just let him do this, and then if he enjoys it, he enjoys it.
And like, it's quite an orthodox way to help with your rugby training, but it could be like something that really helps.
So obviously having strong arms and jackling and like holding onto the ball and stuff does help.
Good strength.
Yeah, I'm hoping like stuff like that just does like was it convert or into
Yeah.
transfer? Sorry,
You
transfer
see that
into
all the
rugby.
time though, like people who train in an orthodox way in any sport, and it's not until someone does it that they realise, oh fuck, this actually
Yeah.
works. And then
Like I found like Heenan when he was at Bristol, he went to jiu-jitsu classes, and he felt like that was helping him. Max Leaf, he's done some strange things in the gym.
yeah, I
But
follow.
then, like in the field, he picks people up like this, like bags of sand basically, and he does that in the gym. So I'm like, and he just ragdolls everyone. So I'm like,
Yeah.
he's obviously doing that to transfer it in the field. And
He strikes me as quite a clever bloke in terms of his performance and.
when in fact, when Max first turned to Bristol, I obviously saw him on social media first, and I was like, I don't know what to expect of this bloke. But obviously, fell in love with the bloke, and he's one of my close friends now, and then he's just one of the most special people you'll ever know. And
He's a specimen, isn't he? In terms of like.
in fairness, I've asked him loads, like, Max, have you ever been on fucking steroids?
Yeah.
Because your belly's fucking, there's no fat in you at all, and you're that big. But he said, like, oh no, I've trained quite hard over the years, and I eat well. I eat like strange things as well. And then
What does he eat?
well, he's injected pig brains and stuff into him before.
fuck's sake.
He's nuts. He's like taking stuff off a black market just to like apparently it's good for your brain health and stuff. And it's just like, oh, okay, Max eats like raw chicken now and again. And it's in fact he tries everything. It's like,
Yeah.
and then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if it does,
Just tries to like biohack his
yeah.
performance.
And he said like he's always. In fact, I've seen his brothers and they're all pretty ripped as well. So basically, Max has taken that and just made it bigger and. He's as strong as an ox as well, like exactly. And then he's about 33, 34 now, but he's playing his best rugby. And because, in fact, my first turn of Maxi was doing a lot of heavy weights in the gym. He would get injured quite a bit, but now he's more into like functional stuff. Like I've seen him doing that ropes.
He's got mixed spells, isn't he?
Yeah, and then does like circus squats and like doesn't like. I think he could still bench heavy and squat heavy if he wanted to, but I think he's doing more stuff towards rugby. And I think that's taking his game to the next level. I think.
Yeah.
And he's like. Maybe one of the best titans I played with. Again, not naturally gifted, but just works hard and knows his strengths.
Who do you reckon would win in an arm wrestle between you and him?
Me and Maxie had an arm wrestle last year, and he just beat me. But now I told him I'm coming for him because I've been I'll train. But he's been training as well. So he's been doing like with the sand in buckets and stuff like that for his hand and stuff.
Of course he has.
He says he has been training, but I know he's been deep down. So hopefully I'm gonna see him pretty soon and we'll have another go at it now.
I feel like I need to see that.
Well, he wouldn't want me recording because I'm going to beat him anyway. But I think we'll have to be quite be alcohol involved if we actually have an arm wrestle together because the last couple of times it has been involved. So
Yeah.
but Max is a legend.
Watching Lions?
Yeah, I've been watching it. In fairness, Lions have been going well, but I was quite disappointed how Australia were last weekend.
I know.
It was I know they keep saying they got these injuries and stuff, but I think some of the club teams put in better performances. I think they were lucky not to be hammered even more. I think.
I just felt there was no like fire there. You know, like you'd expect typical Lions years. We've watched over the years. It's been proper like edgy, like whistle blowing fights all the time. Dude, just trying to say
something like. I know they're expecting like Skelton and Valentini to come back in, but that doesn't show much for the players in their position at the moment. And they're waiting for. No, I was quite disappointed. Obviously, the Lions tour happens every. Is it 4 years? 4 years? And it's just 4 years. It's just it's coming. So like you might as well get up for it because it's not going to come around. Your career will be over by the time that it comes around again, right? So
you 12 years time till it comes back, isn't it?
Exactly. So it's quite disappointing. Hopefully they're playing now, but they played that New Zealand Australia invitational team on paper. They had a hell of a team, but again hammered, and I don't think they even scored a point. So I don't know what it is. In fact, before the Lions tour even happened, they were worried Australia how strong Australia would be. And at the moment, if they don't turn up next test, it's been an absolute waste of time, really.
Yeah, I felt bad for that 10 lineman.
Line
first cap for senior.
Actually hammered, and you got Curry who's like green down his channel all day. But then exactly, they obviously their main 10 was injured. You'd like to hope they'd have someone to back up, and have a backup that was just as good, but. Exactly, showed how weak Australia were. They were all dependent on this number 10 to be fit, really.
Imagine that for your first game.
I can't imagine him being picked again for the next one because they actually looked clueless in attack.
There's good centres outside him as well.
Yeah, exactly. One of the best centre parents you could have, and they either running straight in brick walls and they were passing to him, and he had no clue what he was doing. But I don't know. It's easy enough for me saying watching it, but I was hoping. I think everyone else was hoping it was more of a competitive game, right?
Yeah, I'd rather I'd rather see us lose and have like a class.
Yeah,
like, close game.
I think everyone's hoping they lose the next one and then maybe decide in the final. But that'd be a bit of a stinker if they didn't.
Final's going to be a bit flat. The third test is going to be a bit flat now.
Exactly. Well, next stadium, I think it's Melbourne. It's like 110 seat 1,000 stadium, so you can't get up for that game. That's something bloody wrong. And they say, they haven't been timed together, but internationals, I think you should know. Again, Lions don't. You should know.
Like I said, there's 4 years of planning to get ready for it.
And they played Fiji. I know Fiji's no mugs, but I think they only scraped past Fiji the week before. So they did have one game beforehand.
Because like when we played Argentina, like that was more of a test match, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. And then, in fairness, the Lions, they lost to Argentina, but since then they've got better and better every game, and that's a good sign of a rugby team. But for Australia, no, I will see how today goes because there's a couple of players involved in that game, but I'm hoping for a better performance on Saturday. But
Curry was class in the first test, wasn't he?
Yeah, in fairness, Jack's been class as well, so I think Curry knew he had to turn up, and in fairness, he did.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on him, isn't there?
Yeah, and Ty Burn as well, he has been playing the best games beforehand, and he had one of his best games, so...
The amount of times I heard the commentator say, like, beforehand that he was a test match animal and he should be picked.
Exactly.
And he kind of proved that, didn't he?
It's just, I think people realise how big Tom is. He's about was 112 kilos, 113 kilos, or whatever. He's 17 and a half, 18 stone, so like, and he's not the tallest, so... He's a quite, yeah, exactly, and I think obviously they gym pretty hard as well because they're both brothers exactly the same as Ben Earl. He's not the tallest bloke, like, but he's powerful and strong in the gym, like, and I think he's come out like last couple of seasons. And
he's playing today, is he?
Yeah, he's on the bench. We've got Jack, Pollock, and Van der Fleer back row, which is a very mobile back row. Because I thought like before the series, they've taken no disrespect, but a short back row, and it wouldn't work. But in fairness, them boys have been turning up, and you can't like doubt him at all, really.
Did you play against Pollock?
Never played against him. He came through. I don't think this season he's actually come through. Last season maybe played a couple of games at the end of the season, but.
What's your thoughts? Because it's a bit of a split crowd, isn't there? On his like antics when he like scores tries and like the shouting and the.
Yeah, in fairness, I've heard like everyone say good things about him off the field. That's the main thing. If he was like an arrogant prick off the field, I'd be like, okay, well, I got no time for that. But in fairness, he's one of the nicest kids ever off the field, so you've got to have time for him. But I'll be honest with myself personally, before games, I think, I hope he fails because he's taking the piss a little bit. But every game he's turned up and played well, like so, like a lot of respect from the gap. As long as he keeps turning up and like, when did they play? They played the final and they said he had a quiet game, but stats wise, he had like top tackles, top turnovers, so. He's put himself in that frame of being okay. I'm going to be centre of attention, so he's going to have to turn up, and if I play him, he has like so.
And he's backs it up, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. How old is he? Is he 20? He's still eligible for 20s, I think. So for him to be in the Lions store and playing well in the Lions store, like hats off to him.
Yeah, and then big year with the Blues this year.
Yeah, so obviously we've back row is just as Blues as competitive as ever. So looking forward to the challenge and. Obviously, we finished 9th, which is 1 point away from playoffs last year, which was obviously frustrating. So we were doing so well throughout most of the season. But no, next year, target will be do better in Europe and make the playoffs, really. Because when we're on low form, we're a good team to play, and then teams find it difficult to play against us. So, and in fairness, when it comes to Cardiff, when there's like a good crowd behind you, it's a really good place to play. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, Alves Park is like a bit of a special stadium, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's like for a place in the middle of Cardiff, it should be busy as well because. And like it's easier, people can walk there and it's like good social life afterwards as well. So no, we're hoping to take a step up again this season.
We had a few trips down was it Queen Street? What's it called?
Well, where did we go? Walkabout, Proud Marys, I've been a couple of times on the street. My lift club buddy Rory Jennings, me and him have been stayed over to Cardiff a couple of nights just to enjoy ourselves, so you have to. As I think it's a big part of rugby is socially off the field. Spend more time together off the field. I think you better do better on the field.
Always like, when I was playing and stuff, like you always try and have like team bonding day where you go off and try and build a raft or something like that. Have you done those kind of things where you try and?
In fairness, in Cardiff we play paddle. Paddle a couple of times 5-a-side. That's pretty much what we do. Actually, we haven't built any rafts, but
but you know those kind of things.
Yeah, 100%. Because in fairness, it wasn't a team bonding day, but. 2 weeks ago, we went to Murthamau, the sand dunes. Honestly, one of the toughest sessions you can do as a rugby player. But afterwards, then we're all like chilling in the river, and we all go for like a meal, but we went for like a posh sandwich afterwards and stuff like that. I think boys will.
But to me, though, where I was going with this, I don't think anything like is as good for team bonding as a couple of beers in the pub.
100%. I think I have to give that to like John and Fower and CR Lapierto. Like they'd be big drinkers off the field, and like big family men, and like spend time with each other. Then still speak to CR now, and like he still drinks a lot now. But and then I speak to boys that's in Japan that play with him, and he's known as a king out there. And it's just because he's so friendly as a player, and off the field he wants to spend time with you and your family. And like so from Bloss to friends as well. And I think it was 5 or 6 kids he had, like, and met all of them. So it was important to enjoy yourself off the field, because when it's dark times on the field, good times will soon come back, and that'll be good, the best thing for you. And I like enjoy having gone for a beer with the boys as well.
Yeah, that's a good way to finish the pod, I think. Dan, where can people find you?
Social media, any social media. I'm quite quiet in the arm wrestling front at the moment, so any social media. Anyway, thank you for having me.
Pleasure.